let us now look into the problems on mean, variance and standard deviation that we come across with the continuous random variable. So here the probability density function for random variable y, which is continuous in nature, is given as fy of y, which is equal to 1.5 into 1 minus y square, where the random variable y, which is varying between 0 to 1, whereas 0 otherwise. Okay, so that is what fy of y. Now we are asked here to find out the mean of this particular function. Then they have asked to find out the mean of square, and then we need to find out what is variance. Okay, so I think in the video where I have explained the definition of mean, variance and standard deviation, if you go back and look into that video and call the definition of mean, the mean is given by E of x, which is also equal to mu, which is equal to integration of minus infinity to plus infinity x into f of x, which we wrote there, whereas here y is the random variable, so we say y into fy of y dy. So this is the definition of the mean for continuous random variable. Keep this in mind, continuous random variable. Now we do have probability density function which we use for continuous random variable, where we have probability mass function which we use for discrete random variable. I think in the next discussions after this we will see the problems on PMF where we use for discrete random variable. Okay, now we know that the given fy of y in the question, where y ranging from 0 to 1 is 1.5 into 1 minus y square. Therefore I'll replace fy of y with that value, where the integration will now get a limit 0 to 1. Y into fy of y is what? 1.5 into 1 minus y square into dy. Y is 0 to 1 because for this value of fy of y, I can see that y is ranging between 0 to 1. Okay, so now what we need to do is you just multiply y with this terms. So what will I get? So 0 to 1, 1.5 into 1 into y is 1.5y minus y into y square, therefore 1.5y cube into dy, which is equal to 0 to 1, 1.5y dy minus 0 to 1, 1.5y cube dy. We all know that integration of x to the power of n dx would be equal to x to the power of n plus 1 divided by n plus 1 formula. So we use that formula here to find out the integration values. So therefore 1.5 into integration of y dy, because 1.5 is constant, so it comes out. So integration of y dy is nothing but y square by 2 with the limit 0 to 1, subtracted with 1.5 into integration of y cube is y to the power of 4 divided by 4, because y to the power of n is y to the power of n plus 1 by n plus 1. Therefore y to the power of 4 by 4 with the limit 0 to 1. Therefore this is equal to 1.5 into 1 by 2, because 0 by 2 is 0, therefore it is 1.5 into 1 by 2 minus 1.5 into 1 by 4, because 0 by 4 is again 0. So therefore finally you will be getting answer for this if you use your calculator and find out. Therefore the mean value, which is E of y, will be equal to 0.375 is the answer. So this is the mean value for this particular question, for this continuous random variable y, for a given PDF probability density function. So therefore now we will go on finding out the mean of square. So the mean of the square, if you look back to the definition in the video, you see that mean of square is nothing but E of x square. So we need to find out what is E of not x square. Here y is the random variable, therefore we will try to find out what is e of y square. So we know the formula. Again, it is integration of minus infinity to plus infinity. So there we used to write x square into fx of x dx. So here y square into fy of y dy. This is the second moment about the origin, which we have seen in the definition earlier in the video where I have put the definition of all these parameters. So this is equal to integration of 0 to 1 y square. What is fy of y? It is 1.5 into 1 minus y square dy. Again, limit 0 to 1 because y varying from 0 to 1 for this particular PDF. So therefore, if I try to solve this, I will be getting integration of 0 to 1. I'll split and write y square. So it is 1.5 times y square. So it is 1.5 times y square dy minus integration of 0 to 1 1.5 times y to the power of 4 dy, because y square into y square is y to the power of 4. So therefore, if you integrate y square, I will be getting y cube by 3 with the limit 0 to 1 minus 1.5 into y to the power of 5 by 5, because y to the power of 4 will give you y to the power of 5 after integration with the limit 0 to 1. So this is equal to 1.5 times 1 by 3 minus 1.5 times 1 by 5. So if you solve this in the calculator, e of y square will be always equal to 0.2. 0.2. Okay. So therefore, e of y square is 0.2 and the mean e of y is equal to 0.375. Okay. Now you can cross check this with the property. What was the property earlier? I think if you remember, e of x square should be greater than e of x the whole square. This we have seen the property of mean when we were discussing mean and variance. This was the property which we have seen. So therefore, e of x square is 0.2. If you calculate what is e of x the whole square, so therefore, what was e of y here? 0.375. Therefore, e of y square is 0.2, e of x 0.375 the whole square. If you do, so use your calculator and check what you get for 0.375 the whole square. So I'm just using the calculator here. So 0.375 the whole square is 0.140625. 0.140625. So therefore, if you see e of x square definitely greater than 0.1406, which is e of x the whole square. Therefore, whatever the e of y square that we have obtained is perfectly right. So this is the cross verification of the answer that you get. Fine. So now, if I want to find out the variance, which is rho sigma square, which is equal to, so the variance equals sigma square equals. So what is the formula? If you go back and look into the definition of the variance, where we have written the formula, which is given by e of y square minus e of y the whole square. The whole square. So which is equal to e of y square is 0.2 minus e of y the whole square, which I have already found here, which is 0.14, which will be variance is equal to 0.0593. Now if they ask you to find out what is standard deviation, then it is square root of variance, which is equal to square root of 0.0593. So if you find out what is square root of 0.0593, you get standard deviation would be equal to 0.243. Okay. So therefore, these are the solutions that you get for this particular problem. Standard deviation. Anyway, standard deviation was not asked, but I told you how to find it out. Variance, and this is my second moment, which is e of y square, square of mean of square. Then I have the value of mean for this particular problem. Okay, so the solution for this problem is completely found. Now let us go with the second problem. So second problem, it is given that e of x equals 2.0 and that e of x square equals 6. Find the standard deviation of x. Find the standard deviation of x, and then B, find the mean mu y if y equals 6x square plus 2x minus 13. Okay, so let us now go for solution. Now first of all, your first job is always to read the question. So it is given that e of x, mean of x is given, which is 2.0, mean of x square which is given, which is equal to 6. Now the first job is to find out what is the standard deviation. Now we know that the standard deviation SD equals square root of variance. Okay, now the variance equals sigma square, which is equal to e of x square minus e of x the whole square. So this is the variance of x. Okay, so that is what standard deviation of x is been asked. So which is equal to square root of variance of x. Now variance of x is equal to sigma x square, which is equal to e of x square minus e of x the whole square, which is equal to 6 is the e of x square minus e of x the whole square is 2 square, which is 4. So therefore sigma x square I will be getting 2. Now what is standard deviation? Standard deviation would be square root of 2. So standard deviation of x would be equal to square root of 2, and we know that square root of 2 would be equal to 1.414. So this is the solution A, which is square root the standard deviation of random variable x. Now my next job is to find out what is B. What is B? Now he is asking to find out the mean of y, the mean mu y, which is nothing but mean of random variable y, when random variable is the function of x, which is 6x square plus 2x minus 13. So therefore I need to find out what is e of y. E of y is nothing but mu y equals what? Now if we know that y equals 6x square plus 2x minus 13, therefore the mean of y, which is e of y, would be equal to e of 6x square plus 2x minus 13, right? So therefore this would be equal to 6 is constant, therefore I will take it outside, e of x square plus 2 is constant, I will take it outside, e of x. So we know that expect the mean of ax would be equal to a into mean of x. Similarly, mean of a into x square would be equal to a into mean of x square. That is what I am applying. That property is what we have seen in the properties of mean earlier. Now minus expectation of 13 or mean of 13. So expectation of any constant is the constant. That is what we have seen first property in mean. Therefore 13 will remain as 13. So which is equal to e of x square is given in the question, which is 6. Therefore 6 into 6 plus 2 into e of x is given as 2, right? E of x is not 4, e of x square is 4, whereas e of x is given as 2. Therefore it is 2 into 2 minus 13. Therefore it is 36 plus 4 minus 13. So therefore the final answer, the expectation of y or mean of y would be equal to 36 plus 4 is 40 minus 13 will give you 27. So this is the answer. Okay, I hope the problem is done. So we have found the solution for the given problem. Fine, so let us go to the next problem. So in the problem, let us look into the question. It is given that the random variable x as the expectation equals 12.7 and mean of square is 313.3. The random variable y is obtained by function y is equal to minus 2.7x plus 16. So first part of the question is find the standard deviation. So sigma x is nothing but standard deviation, and second part of the question is find the mean and variance of y. Find mean and variance of y. So expectation is mean, variation is variance and standard deviation. Keep this in mind. Always they might ask you a question saying find the expectation and variation. So expectation is the mean value that you find out. Variation is the variance and standard deviation that you find out. Keep this in mind. Okay, so therefore let us solve this particular problem. So let me go with the solution. So answer A. So how to find out the standard deviation? We know that the standard deviation sigma x would be equal to square root of variance, which is equal to square root of sigma x square, which is equal to square root of e of x square minus e of x the whole square. So we know that the variance formula is e of x square minus e of x the whole square. Square root of that will give you the standard deviation. Therefore sigma x would be equal to square root of, so what is e of x square? It is given in the question mean of square, that is nothing but e of x square, which is 313.3 minus 12.7 the whole square, 12.7 the whole square, which is equal to square root of 313.3 minus 161.29 is the 12.7 the whole square. Therefore sigma x would be equal to square root of 152.01. Therefore sigma x finally equal to 12.32 is the answer. Fine. So I hope you found how to find the sigma x. Now they are asking to find out what is mean of y and the variance of y, sigma y square equals what? Okay. So here the mean of y, so the equation is given here, y is equal to minus 2.7x plus 16 is given. So here mean is very simple to find out. E of y would be equal to minus 2.7, so E of, okay, so it is E of y is equal to E of minus 2.7x plus 16. So therefore I can say it is constant minus 2.7 comes out multiplied by E of x plus expectation of 16 is 16. So which is equal to, so minus 2.7 into 12.7 minus 2.7 into 12.7 plus 16. Okay, so minus 2.7 into 12.7 plus 16, because 12.7 is what given in the question, which is E of x. So therefore this is equal to, if you multiply 2.7 into 12.7 and subtract that with 16, you get minus 18.8. 29 is the answer. So this is the expectation or mean value of y. Okay. Now you need to find out what is the variance of y. But the problem is, we know that the formula variance of y would be equal to expectation of y square minus expectation of y the whole square. But the problem is, if I try to use this formula, what is the problem that we see is, we don't know what is expectation of y square, and we don't know how to find out the expectation of y square because we haven't given any the value for y square. Okay, now don't end up in taking this y equation y, now taking this equation y and squaring it and then finding out the expectation. That would be a difficult task. Instead of that, I think if you remember the property of variance and mean which we have discussed, the variance of y square would be equal to constant a square multiplied by the variance of x. I think if you go back and look into the video where the properties of variance and mean that I have discussed, we have discussed or we have proved about this particular property. We have proved it. Okay. So therefore, by using this formula, I think it is very simple to find out what is the variance of y. So because we know what is the variance of x already, so finding out the variance of y would be easy because we also know a square. What is a? Because this is in the form of ax plus b. So this is in the form of ax plus b formula. Therefore, a would be minus 2.7. Therefore, I will substitute that minus 2.7 the whole square into the variance would be the square of the standard deviation, which is 12.32 the whole square. So if you try to solve this particular value, the variance of y will be finally equal to 1106.49. So this is the solution for variance of y. So we have used this property to find out the variance of y. As we don't know the second moment of y. As we don't know the second moment of y, therefore we use this formula to find out the variance of y. Okay, I think the solution is clear to you. Where the random variable x has the expectation mu x to be equal to minus 24 and standard deviation is given to be equal to 3. Now the another random variable y is obtained from the random variable x using an equation y to be equal to minus 2.7x plus 16. Now you are asked to find out what is the second moment of random variable x, which is a mean of x square, and then you are asked to find out what is mean and variance of y. Okay, so let us look into this solution. Again, this is a very simple problem. Now they are asking to find out what is e of x square. So you need to find out what is e of x square. So for that we need to go with the variance equation of x, which is given as e of x square minus e of x the whole square. So this is the variance formula. Therefore, I would say e of x square would be equal to sigma x square plus e of x the whole square. Right? So you can write in this way. Now, sigma x square is nothing but the standard deviation of the x variable whole square. So which is 3 square is 9, added with e of x is given, which is nothing but mu x, which is the expectation or mean of x, which is minus 24 the whole square. This would be equal to 9 plus 576 is minus 24 square. Therefore, I will end up in getting e of x square to be equal to 585. So this is the second moment of x, or square of mean of square, whatever we find. Now coming to the next part. So this is the solution A which we have got. Now coming to the solution B, we need to find out what is mean and variance of y. So you need to find out what is e of y, and you need to find out what is rho y sigma y square. Now what is y is given in the question already, which is a function of x. which is y equals minus 2.7x plus 16. So we'll take that. So y equals minus 2.7x plus 16. I would say e of y would be equal to minus 2.7 e of x plus 16, which is equal to minus 2.7 into e of x is given in the question, which is minus 24 plus 16, which is equal to minus 2.7 into minus 24 will give you 64.8 plus 16. Therefore, the mean of y or expectation of y will be equal to 80.8. This is the solution. Now, if I want the variance of y, formula is a square into variance of x. Very simple. This is the property which we have discussed in the property of mean and variance. Now, here this is in the form of ax plus b. Therefore, in the place of a we have minus 2.7. Therefore, it is minus 2.7 the whole square into 9 is the sigma x square. Therefore, 9. So, therefore, sigma y square, which is nothing but variance of y, would be equal to 65.61. So, this is the final solution of mean and variance of y. I hope you are clear with the complete A and B solution that we have got for this particular problem. So, I think with these 4 problems which we have done on mean, variance and standard deviation for a continuous random variable. So, we have done all these problems on continuous random variable. So, therefore, I hope you are clear with all these problems. So, you can try to solve some more problems in any given textbook. So, you can recall the concepts that you have learnt in this video so that you can find out what is the mean, variance and standard deviation for any given problem.